Okay, my paper Saunders.
Gregory.
Eagle looking great. You're go.
And we're rolling, Gregory.
Greg Saunders.
Wow. Hey, great.
Show us the skills that have made you a media darling.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, 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 welcome to the Saturday Morning Stateline Show.
I'm just saying, you've probably set multiple world records in your lifetime just for things that nobody's keeping track of. I'm Greg, he's Tom. It's your Saturday Morning Stateline Show. Good morning, buddy.
Good morning. Good morning.
It is the 26th day of November, the year 2022, the latest it has ever been.
In the history of mankind.
Yes, sir. And it's Stroll on State Day. Are you ready to stroll on state?
No, I've never been. And it's nothing against it. It's just that by the time Saturday rolls around, and I don't know, I've either been too busy. Half the time I've got DJ gigs. You know, today I do not. I have nothing going on. I probably won't go. It's also sometimes very, very cold. And
yeah,
I'm a big sissy.
There's been years when it's just been way too darn cold to want to go out and do that kind of stuff. But this year's weather looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Looks pretty good. So let's just get rid of this dude. I don't know what's going on with that guy. Yeah. New message.
Yeah, what is that?
I'm just gonna block that guy because it's a Facebook user who we've not sure. They're selling something.
Well, I think it looks like it's in French.
All right, goodbye, sir. What do we want to start with this week? Well, how about probably the big number of the week, right? Where's my big number of the week video? There it is. Big number of the week clip. Go for it. We have had an exciting race to 10 where Tom has been way out in front and now only leads by 1.
Yeah, how did that happen? What did I miss?
Did
I get gypped out of a point or two?
I don't know. What was the score? 7-2 at one point or something like that? 7-.
Yeah, she hasn't won 5 in a row. I think you forgot to give me something. Oh, 8-7.
No,
okay.
maybe. Our current score is 8-7 in our race to 10.
All right, fine.
And this week's big number of the week is 500 million. That's with an M, 500 million. Your answer is soccer or Springfield. Soccer or Springfield. We'll give you the answer by the end of the show. Go ahead and share your comments with us on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook. Let us know what your guess is for our current race to 10. Is the winning guess soccer or is it Springfield? We'll tell you coming up. Got some shout outs for this week, and I have to get this. I forgot to bring up a link before we started the show, so I got to bring that up here too before we get down to that. There we go. Now we're playing with fire. There we go. Last week's show, which we did in smartphone mode, actually went off pretty good for being live from Vegas. Did you feel like it went all right? Did you hear me all right through the whole show?
Yeah, except the video gambling machines in the background were distracting, but you know.
All the noise and lights were just crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. And those girls carrying the booze carts and all that, it was a little weird.
We had a great time in Vegas last weekend, and what I talked last week about the America's Got Talent show, which is what we went to on Friday night, and kind of was the main reason why we went to Vegas in the first place.
How random is that? Do you know somebody that was on the show or what?
Well, it's my favorite show.
Oh, okay.
It's my favorite TV show. So I was like, at some point I was just saying, gosh, this was in September. I want to say, I was like, tell my wife, we really should just go. We should go to Vegas, fly out of Rockford, go to Vegas for a weekend and go see the AGT show at some point. She goes, well, let's go. Let's do this. Let's go this year yet.
That's so cool.
I'm like, really? We're going to go this year? Okay. So we found a weekend that worked. Weekend before Thanksgiving. Let's go. And we got the tickets. And
is it always in Vegas? Is that where they do the show?
Las Vegas Live. Yeah, the Las Vegas Live show is at the Luxor, and it will be probably for a long time to come. I don't.
Okay.
When the show started, the theater it's a big theater. It's probably close to 1,000-seat theater.
Okay.
And it's not as big as the Coronado. It's like the Coronado, just the balcony. Okay. But not the floor. If you want to, I guess for size wise, maybe think of it that way. But you know, if you're bringing in $100,000 a night, you're going to do the show, a few nights a week.
So what did it cost to get in?
Tickets ranged from like $60 up to like $250.
Wow.
Like that.
Okay.
So I'm a mid-level guy. We had the front row of the upper section. So there's no balcony. It's all floor seats, but
yeah. So do you think the eventual winner came out of that night by chance?
No, this wasn't a taping. This was a celebration of past top 10 performers.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So there's you're not the first person to go, oh, so are you gonna be on TV? No. This is the Las Vegas Live show.
Okay.
And so we saw performers that had been on seasons past, and one of the performers that was there was a Golden Buzzer and winner of the show. Cody Lee was the headliner of the show that we were at. And,
cool.
He was amazing. He was wonderful. The quick change artist, what's her name? I forgot what her name was. She's a French gal who does quick change. That back in the day, the quick change used to be things that you would do in a puff of smoke or behind a quick, a curtain of some sort. She just does it right out in front of everybody. It's like, how did that happen? How did she change clothes that fast? It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Our guest is trying to log in and not having success.
So, Dorit Parat, or whatever his or her name is still there.
Or what? Oh, I removed it, so it's not on my feed anymore.
Oh, okay, it's still in mine. But anyway, I don't get it. I mean, you're not in it onto the show. Stay off it. Hey, whatever that is, it's in French, so nobody can read it.
Yeah, no, I took the caption off. Oh,
the only thing I know in French is how to count to 5.
As we've had in the past, sometimes phones are a little bit iffy on using the Restream platform. I think Michelle's trying to use her phone only to be on the show and having some issues with audio permissions or something like that. Your cell phone has permissions for the apps that you use. So if you don't give it permission to use audio using this app or this website, well, you're going to have problems. And I think that might be the problem we're running into.
Well, I've downloaded games or things on my phone that they won't go to my phone. They're in my apps, but I haven't been able to get them on my screen. How is that? What am I doing wrong?
I'm going to try and call her like we did on Facebook last time and see if that'll work for her. Ringy dingy dingy. I'm calling you, Michelle. We're going to see if this works this way. Hey, there you are. I see you. Can you hear me?
Hey, how's it going?
You hear me all right?
Yep.
All right. So I will be bringing you on to share the screen in just a little bit. Okay. So you stand by.
Okay.
And you're out in their greenhouse, aren't you?
I am in the greenhouse.
Awesome. All right. So I'll give people a quick peek at Michelle here before we go to our shout outs for the day. Here's a quick show. Hello, Michelle. All right. So you stand by, and that worked cool. All right. Shout outs for this week. Already mentioned, went to Vegas last weekend. I want to give a shout out to Comedy on Deck Tours. Comedy on Deck is who we used to do our Hoover Dam tour last Saturday. And they provide you with a comedian for your tour. And he was great. Joe was our Comedy on Deck tour guide of the Hoover Dam. And his driver, Ken, was awesome. And really enjoyed ourselves for the bulk of the day on Saturday, checking out the Hoover Dam, one of the most amazing things we've ever seen up close in person. The magnitude of the dam is just something else. And then about 12 years ago, they built that bridge, the Tillman Memorial Bridge, that also crosses the river right there by the Hoover Dam. And that's another just engineering marvel. It's absolutely crazy, amazing to see up close and in person. Highly recommend that. Also, kudos to Allegiant Air for great flights out of Rockford and all the way to Vegas and back. And they have a nice system set up there at the Rockford Airport, the Chicago Rockford International Airport. Very efficient, nice and clean. Everything's good to go. So definitely want to recommend that. Other shout outs this week. Had a Team Sold on Tony, our pie day on Tuesday, where we gave out pies to our past clients that could make it over to pick up a pie, and RSVP'd. Had a great, we had in our office, Tom, 275 Costco pumpkin pies.
Really?
That's a lot of pies.
That's a lot.
I don't have that many pies in them. The girl at Costco that was coordinating this, she said they make about 6,000 pies for Thanksgiving. And we took 275 of them to our office to give to clients. So big fun on Tuesday night doing that. Shout out to the Livingston family for their closing. They have their new Rockford home this week. Congratulations to the Livingston family. And then last shout out for this week is the Rock River Valley Blood Center. On Wednesday was a great day to go give blood. Not a crazy busy day at the blood center. Probably not a crazy busy day there today either. They should be open today, and they're still in desperate need. So if you are able, please be willing and go and give blood. All right. Very, very much needed these days. Any shout outs for the week from you, Tom, before we go over to the Landscape Connection?
No, my brain's full of turkey still. I don't know. Tryptophan or whatever it is.
All the turkey. He's got all the turkey on the brain.
I only had one little piece of turkey. I'm not a big turkey guy.
Oh, really?
One little piece. That's all I had.
I like me some dark meat. I had 2 big heaping helpings of dark meat and mashed potatoes and stuffing and corn and.
Yeah, it was a little odd. I couldn't find the mashed potatoes, and the stuffing I got, but the gravy didn't have a spoon thing, and I had a full hand, and my left hand doesn't work so well, so it was kind of holding the plate, and I didn't want to dump the gravy out of the boat thing, so I never got any gravy. It was a little weird. Loaded up on the other stuff, and then there were no cheesy potatoes. We had corn pudding, which I can't do.
No,
so
no
it was
potato?
good though. There was plenty of food. There was more food than we needed. And that's good though. 25 people. So
all right, good deal.
All in all, it was a good day.
I got to show this because this is something that we do every year. I should say we, really my wife. The Dita bonds. The Dita bonds. Everybody loves the Dita bonds, and they're basically Cinnabon style cinnamon buns, homemade, which makes us all very, very happy
and very, very fat.
Very sugared up. Oh yeah, very sugared up. So,
oh yeah.
All right. Well, we are days away from the in-crowd fundraiser for Mosaic, which is done every year in December. This year it's Wednesday, December 7th, and this year's host is the one and only Michelle Cox over at the Landscape Connection. And how are you surviving? Did you have a big Black Friday thing at your store? How are you doing?
We do more today for Small Business Saturday than we do for Black Friday. I mean, we were pretty busy because we had classes and it's a big weekend to sell trees. So, I mean, it was pretty good.
Awesome. So you have agreed to host a big party for In Crowd, and
We are hoping it's a big party.
it's going to be a big party. There's going to be a lot of people. It's going to be a great time and raise a lot of money for the Great Mosaic organization that's right here in Rockford with all of their host homes. We're going to have Jamie on next week to give us more details about Mosaic again for those who need to learn more about what Mosaic does in Rockford. But Landscape Connection, tell us more about Landscape Connection and what you do over there on South Mulford.
Well, we are garden center and we are open year round. So in the spring, you can come and get all your annuals, perennials, shrubs, ornamental trees, stuff for your yard, all that good stuff. And then in the winter, we are also open. And as you can see here, we're getting ready to do a class at 9:00 and then we have another one later. But you can get all your greens and winter fixings and decor for inside your house. Then we are open, we have a floral store inside. So there's full service floral. So it's just year round. There's always something going on here.
When you say classes, what do you mean by that? What kind of classes do you do?
Well, let's see. Today we're doing a porch pot class. So right here you can see my little piles, and they're going to be making little porch pots. They're actually pretty big. They turn out pretty big in these classes here. And then you take them and you put them home, like outside your porch on your door, or you can drop them down inside of another pot. So this year we had 7 classes. They're all sold out. And then we also did some wreath making classes. We have some winter boxes that we're doing, and they'll be making candles. We have another class where they're making body butter and body scrubs and things like that. So just fun classes for things to do through the winter.
Wow.
And some of them are great gifts and some of them you make for yourself. And it's just a good time.
So obviously you just said the porch pot making classes are all sold out already, but all the materials needed to build your own porch pot are all there right here at your store, right?
Yes, they are. So everything you need to do to build your own porch pot, we have kits that you can come up and pick up and just take, or you can pick your own stuff out, or we can custom make anything for you that you like. So for example, this is the porch pot that you would make in the class.
Nice.
And
That
then
looks
we have
beautiful.
those ready to go out front as well. You can custom your bow or whatever you want to put in it. So we'll help you put something together, or you can pick up everything you need to take home and do it yourself.
Sweet. So besides the porch pots and all the other stuff, what other special stuff you got going on here for Small Business Saturday?
Well, all of our ornaments in the store are buy one, get one free of equal or lesser value. So we have the store totally themed out, and we have all kinds of ornaments, from hobby ornaments to food ornaments to grandma, mom, girlfriend, first baby, first house, or just a themed area with a tree. And I love ornaments because you can give them as a gift, and people, when they get them out every year, they remember that memory that was made when they got that ornament, who they got it from, the occasion that was for. And it's kind of cool because I have them on my tree at home that I've gotten for years and years from either a Bible study group or a women's group or my book club. And every time I get them out, it's like, oh, I was at that party and I remember these people. And it's like this fun memory. Yeah. And then we have some like with the grandkids and stuff. So I love ornaments as gifts. So we're doing that all weekend. And then all of our fresh pre-made greens and bundles outside are 20% off.
Nice. Small Business Saturday, of course, every year after Black Friday. And big push to support shopping local. Of course, Stroll on State is happening today, and there's a lot of local opportunities downtown. Is there any that you said these classes are all sold out? Is there any other things that you want to make sure to promote before the end of the year at Landscape Connection and before the big party December 7th?
Well, we do have Gingerbread Wars. That is Friday, December 2nd, and there are still spots for teams to sign up. So right now we have 11 teams, and there's room for 16 teams. So we do have those spots available. It is a $50 entry fee per team, and then you got to kind of come up with a name. There's cash prizes for first, second, and then third. There's a gift certificate prize. Judging is done by people on Facebook, and then we put all the gingerbread houses out. So when we have our family night for the Christmas walk, people vote on it then too. So it's a lot of fun. It's a team competition. Last year we did it for the first time, and it was just, oh my gosh, did we have fun. It was a great time.
So all those gingerbread houses will be out still on the 7th when we're there for the party?
Yes, you guys will be able to vote on them because we aren't doing the drawing for the winner until Monday, December 12th. So it'll actually go through the party. It'll actually go through 2 family nights that we have at our Christmas Walk of Lights. And that would be the next thing that I wanted to talk about, to bring your family down and come through our Christmas Walk of Lights. It's absolutely fabulous. It starts in our glass greenhouse and then it goes outside and comes back in. It's interactive. Kids can make a little ornament. There's boards to ride on, candles to light. It's just a lot of fun. We do have 2 family nights, the first 2 Saturdays in December. They're from 5 to 8. We'll have Santa here. We'll have special guests. We'll have some Disney princesses here. One Saturday in Elmo and Jolly Elf, another Saturday. You can get hot chocolate and a little snack and take your family and go through the walk. We have little fires at the end. So it's just a lot of fun community, fun family time, a great way to create a nice tradition with your family.
Nice. Good deal. Well, you got a lot going on there at the store. And I had your list earlier that has got all this stuff on it. So there's so many things. And I skimmed right over Gingerbread Wars. I didn't even look twice at that one for some reason. I don't know why.
I know you should find a partner and come and do that because that would be a lot of fun. Or you could come and be one of my judges. I still need 2 more judges.
There you go. That might be the case for me. I might be a better judge than a participant.
I would probably eat the
crackers and frosting and all kinds of stuff, and you just build away. People come with themes. Last year we had people with like little blueprints of what they were going to do. It was awesome how creative each person got.
Well, the last night of judging, Tom would like to be the taste tester.
Yeah, I would probably eat up all the materials. You don't really want me.
Let me give you some stale graham crackers.
Oh, okay. Sorry, throw a little butter on them.
We're doing it with the whole graham cracker and supplies with candies and things like that. So it'll be a good time.
Awesome. Well, your connection to Mosaic and why you want to host this is the next, really the last question I want to ask you about as you're on the show here today. So you've known folks at Mosaic for a number of years, and what is your connection and why did you agree to and push real hard to host this year's fundraiser?
Well, I've done fundraisers in the past for them, and we've usually the first year we did it, we hosted a dinner here for all the residents, and we had special guests and presents, and we had angel trees. And then for the 2 years prior, because of COVID, we've done just angel trees and delivered everything to the homes. But this year I wanted to do something where they had all the people adopted for gifts. So I wanted them to have the ability to be able to do whatever it is their need is with the money that we raise for them there at Mosaic, because they know their needs better than we do. And they'll do something fantastic with whatever we come up with for our donation. I met Mosaic through the in crowd, and that's kind of where I formed my connection with one of the ladies that used to work there. We became friends actually, and now I'm building a relationship with Jamie. So I think it's absolutely wonderful what they do. I think a lot of times there's so many things that go on at Christmas for kids, and there's not a lot of things that go on for the adults. So I wanted to make sure that these people got served in a way that, for me, hosting something here and having people come and have a good time is a good way to just give back to the community.
That's awesome. Well, the Landscape Connection, I'll put your big logo up there on the screen real big. Landscape Connection is on South Mulford. Easy to find.
Yep, you just keep driving down Mulford until you come to the corner of Mulford and Linden, and we're the great big lodge and garden center right on the corner.
Mulford and Linden Roads right on the corner. Plenty of parking there. Beautiful building. The greenhouses and stuff. You can't miss it. So really appreciate you hosting this big party this year. Looking forward to seeing you on December 7th. And then maybe beforehand too for this Gingerbread Wars thing, December 2nd.
Absolutely. It's going to be a good time.
You got people to come just watch people build these gingerbreads?
You know, we do live posts on Facebook throughout the night, but I don't necessarily have like an audience up there because we do it up in the loft. So it's already crowded by the time you get 32 people up there with the tables, the gingerbread houses, and everything that we're doing, because there are competitions involved and trivia questions and little things that will win rewards to help them build their gingerbread house.
Okay. Good deal.
But we do post throughout the whole night. It's from 6 to 9, and we'll post live feeds through the whole night as we're working through Gingerbread Wars.
All right. Well, we are looking forward to this, Michelle, and thanks for hosting on December 7th for In Crowd and the Mosaic fundraiser, and looking forward to seeing all that you got going on here for the holidays.
All right. I love Christmas, so I'm excited. It'll be fun.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Michelle. Have a great weekend.
All right. Bye, everybody.
There we go. Michelle Cox from the Landscape
Merry Christmas.
Connection. Mulford
Merry
and
Christmas.
Linden. All right. This might have to be the ticket for like for future guests who have to use their cell phones. We'll just use the Facebook Messenger calling app instead of the actual Restream app. That's worked out.
That was
wonderfully.
actually a very good signal.
Yeah, it was. That was perfect. So Landscape Connection is the place to be coming up December 7th. And then she's got all this other stuff going on beforehand, the Gingerbread Wars thing. Yeah. So this is what a great store, and great lady like Michelle so much. Joann is out at the PAWS Humane Society this morning, as she nearly always is. And there she is. Good morning, Joann. How was your Thanksgiving?
I had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Good.
We had this big pie.
Okay. Oh,
Thanks to Greg.
you know, Joann, we don't talk about it a lot on the show, but Joann is actually a past client of Sold on Tony. So she got invited to come get a pie for Pie Day.
And I sure did.
And she sure did. We had a lot of people stop by. And all the, we had a lot of folks that said they were going to come pick up a pie and didn't.
Oh, no.
So we had a lot of leftover pies, and that's okay. We have a contingency for that. We have folks deliver a whole lot of those pies down to the Rockford Rescue Mission, and so they're going to get taken care of just fine.
It was a very good pie. Thank you very much. I had a family-free Thanksgiving. My family all went to different places, but I had a good friend who invited me over to spend Thanksgiving with her family.
Wonderful.
So
good.
It was very nice.
Well, let's take a look at some of the randoms here for this week around Rockford. Of course, today is the big day. This is can I share this window? There you are. Okay, share. It is Stroll on State Day today, the 10th annual Stroll on State holiday celebration hosted by the Rockford Area Convention and Visitors Bureau. Downtown Rockford kicks off at 2:00, goes till 9. Absolutely free to come on downtown and stroll on state. The tree lighting, the fireworks, the parade, surprise visits. Santa will be popping up at different locations, I believe, this year instead of just one location. So that will be cool. You know what? It's not showing me on this page. It's not showing me what time the parade steps off. Stroll on State. There is an awesome recap video. Where's the schedule? There's the parade tab. All right, click parade tab, Greg. Then you can see what's going on. Parade steps off and kicks off the event at 2:00. All right. Well, the very first thing, you can start lining up. Spectators can start lining up at 1:00. This parade steps off at 2:00. I believe the tree lighting was at 6. If I remember right, I think the tree lighting itself was at 6 p.m. Let me double check. You don't want to miss that. Dun, 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 dun. Where's the time? Where's the time? I don't see the time.
Just go down it.
Just get downtown. It'll be right when it gets dark. They'll be doing that there. Sinisippi Station has their model train exhibit going on right now through the end of January. They're open Tuesday through Friday from 10 to 4, Saturdays and Sundays from 10 to 3. It is an $8 charge to get in if you're a resident, $10 for non-residents. There's discounts for seniors and veterans and kids. Be transported to a magical miniature world. G-scale trains and trolleys run down, around, and above the lush indoor tropical setting of Nicholas Conservatory. Always a cool thing there for that. And the 2022 Festival of Lights also, they kicked things off last night. That'll be running through the end of the year. Fridays, they focus on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays. They will be open to some select Thursdays, and then the week of Christmas, Monday through Friday. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, 24 hours a day. Festival of Lights. Always a big draw in Rockford. Tom will be right back. All right. And click. There we go. All right. So that's that stuff. As far as other randoms go, I'm going to skip some of this stuff here today. Well, this is kind of funny. I've never been to Wales, but we have a wonderful lady that works for Team Sold on Tony who's from Wales. And a group of robbers busted into a warehouse in Wales recently, and they carted off loads and loads of TVs, a big, huge whole truck full of TVs. Just one small problem. They were not new TVs. They were defective units in temporary storage before being returned to the manufacturer to be repaired. I thought that was hilarious. Future of what's that?
Whoops, I said.
Whoops. The future of gaming is virtual reality. Have you tried a virtual reality headset yet, Joann?
No, I think I'd like to though.
Yeah, you need to try that.
I don't know. I think it was Grey's Anatomy or something where a woman was dying and she wanted to go to France, and no, there was The Good Doctor. So they took her on a virtual trip to France.
Oh, cool. That's a neat concept. So the future of gaming is virtual reality, and Sony is doing its best to get ready. The company's second generation virtual reality, the VR headset, the PSVR 2, it's set to release in February. It's going to cost $550, and they plan to make 2 million headsets by March of 2023, according to Bloomberg. But in comparison, they made 11.2 million VR headsets that were sold in 2021, according to the International Data Corporation. More and more people, $500, $550 for a VR headset. I think the average price for them now is somewhere between $600 and $900.
Oh,
So they are come down, just like VCRs did back in the day. At what point do we all jump in and just get our own VR headset? $200, $300? What's going to be the cost?
$6 at Goodwill.
Right. I don't know. I haven't personally jumped into the VR world yet, but
I see them at Goodwill all the time, and I have no idea what they are, how to use them. I don't know if they require different components. I don't know anything about them, so I'm not willing to even try it unless I've done it before, and then I know what I'm looking for.
Well, some of these VR headsets run off of your smartphone. You click your smartphone into the thing, and you're viewing things off your smartphone. But other of them work in different ways. It's I don't know. We're probably a few years away from pretty much every household having some sort of virtual reality headset in it, because the cost will get down to the point where remember the point where everyone had a VCR. You could get one for $90.
Yeah,
eventually we'll be there.
very noisy.
We've talked a little bit about NASA and their attempts to get back out into space and get to the moon. Well, the Orion spacecraft, NASA's Orion spacecraft, reached lunar orbit on November 21st. Lunar orbit, that's the moon. Flying just over 80 miles above the surface, Orion's journey is a key step in the space agency's Artemis program. They aim to send humans back to the moon for the first time since 1972. If all goes according to plan, the next orbital flight will actually have astronauts aboard, and they want this to be happening in 2024. So we could be just about 2 years away from having astronauts orbiting the moon, but they're not talking about, at least on this article, when they're actually going to land astronauts on the moon again.
All right, so
And they-
here's what I don't understand. We first landed in 69. We had a mission in 70. That was the ill-fated Apollo 13. Then we had another one in 71, another one in 72. We put 12 people on the moon. So that means 10 since Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong landed on the moon in 69. If you can do all of that in just a 3-year period, why is it taking us so long, 2024 or maybe 2025 to do it again? We have the technology even better now than what we had. We should have been on the moon 100 times since then. Or at the very least, since we got serious about it this time around, we should be able to do it tomorrow. Maybe we could do it right now since we're in the lunar phase. I mean, there's nobody on the mission, but we could have sent astronauts up, right? What technology are we working on?
It's got to be a money thing, right? It's just way too
Probably.
expensive.
That's my thought. You know what? They could borrow some from Elon Musk, maybe.
Well, he's doing his
SpaceX
space program.
capsule. Yeah,
How much is he involved with this one? I don't know that he's involved in.
probably not a bit, because I think they're essentially competitors. Not really competing, but they're different entities.
Yeah, I'm sure they would tell you they're not competing, but they are. they're competing. They want to be up there.
Well,
They want to be the first.
Just like with the Russians, I guess we were competing.
Right. Let's see. As far as randoms go, this is kind of interesting. A study confirmed when we sleep, the brain uses cerebrospinal fluid to wash away toxins. You really do refresh and renew yourself when you sleep, and why you need a good night's sleep, because your brain takes your cerebrospinal fluid to wash away the toxins that are in your brain, and you want those washed away. On Sunday and Monday this past weekend, more people passed through TSA checkpoints than they did in the same days in 2019. So travel seems to be back to normal, so to speak. We just, obviously, my wife and I just got back from Vegas on Sunday, and the airport in Vegas was pretty busy, but it wasn't uncomfortably busy. And then Rockford is Rockford, so it's not O'Hare. That's which is why we really liked flying in and out of Rockford. It was a wonderful experience there. Airfares are pretty expensive this fall. Peak prices for domestic Thanksgiving round trip flights were about $450 per ticket. Prices for Christmas flights are at a 5-year high, according to Hopper. And so that's probably a little bit more than $450. Flight travels during the Christmas and during the holidays obviously are very, very busy. They pack out the flights. We're probably going to hear some stories of people being very disappointed that they are getting bumped or delayed. Well, that's kind of the par for the course when you're traveling, especially during the holidays. If you could all possible fly during one of the off days, you're going to have probably a better experience. Try to fly a day earlier than you were thinking of flying. Try to fly back a day later, or there's the folks that take advantage of the fact that a lot of people don't fly on Christmas Day, and they'll fly on Christmas Day and avoid some of the crowds then. Not something you necessarily want to do, but if you could celebrate Christmas a couple days early and then fly back on Christmas Day, you might have a little better experience as well. So anywho, there's your randoms for the week. Yeah, we covered everything on Stroll on Stage. Be sure to check out GoRockford.com. They've got all the details on what's going on this weekend and in the upcoming holidays. The All Aglow light display is launching at Nicholas Conservatory today. So that's really cool. That's one of the just Festival of Lights, Stroll on State, All Aglow at Nicholas Conservatory. We got a lot of cool things to do in Rockford, and might as well get out and enjoy it, right?
That's right.
Here's a nice little reminder of the all aglow at Nicholas Conservatory and how beautiful that thing gets every year. So
Wow, this is
Get on
really
out.
nice.
get on out there and see it.
We went last year, just to walk around Nicholas Conservatory. It was gorgeous. It's just beautiful. Take a nice
Such a cool thing
walk.
right here in Rockford. All right. Before we get to Joann and all things PAWS, I want to give a quick happy birthday shout out. Do you like my hat? Happy birthday, Lil Zim, Shannon Zimmerman from Q98. It's her birthday today. And it's Kevin McCarthy's birthday today. Haven't talked to Kevin McCarthy in a while, but they share a birthday.
I didn't know they shared a birthday.
I like your hat.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Lil Zim and Kevin and all you other folks celebrating birthdays this week. Happy birthday to you. Hey, all right.
My brother has a birthday on the 29th. A little early. Was that next Wednesday?
Today's the 26th. So Tuesday.
So Monday.
Awesome. All right. So there's our catch up of randoms and birthdays. And let's take a look at all things PAWS. What do you say?
I sent you a memo.
Yeah.
A memo. I tagged you in a Facebook post about Santa.
Oh.
With Santa next Saturday from 11 to 2 at Village Green, North Main.
All right, so let's stop the share. Let's start the share, and let's go over here and bring up this. Hey, Flo presents Pet Pictures with Santa. Benefit PAWS at the Village Green, North Main. Saturday, December 3rd. That's 1 week from today. 11 to 2. Bring your pet. Village Green, North Main. Photo shoot with Santa. Digital photos just $10. Proceeds go directly to PAWS.
This kid's been trying to get on the air for the whole thing, so I was trying to. Hello.
And boom, there we go.
Trying to outdo Tom. I don't know if you can hear her. She is
She's ready for a
purring.
bigger speed.
There were two in here. I don't know what happened to the other one. Blood sick day? Maybe that's why he's so sad his brother is missing. And here's a laid back cat. Oh, someone escaped. There's something happened to this one's nose. Sometimes, please do this room last. Hey, this is one of our community rooms. I can't see.
Wow, they're messy. Tell them they need to clean up their room. Bad cats.
Yeah, guys. So, this is Mom with her kittens. Let's not let these kittens grow up in the shelter. We need to get adopting for. This is weird. I don't know. I didn't stop at the sign because this was the end of November. Cats seem pretty good. Is this correct? There's the November adoptions.
Guys.
9 dogs. Well, we still have this weekend, so maybe we'll have some adoptions today. Come out for, what is today? Small Business Saturday?
All Business Saturday, yes. Great day to support your local small businesses.
Or rescue groups. Tiki. That's a beautiful kitty. Tiki. Hey, I didn't see Frederick. Frederick get adopted? Oh, Frederick moved to better accommodations.
Little change of scenery.
Yeah, Tessa says, what is that lady doing? Beautiful cat. I did not see Frederick. Oh, okay. There, he doesn't look quite so crabby. I was showing Debbie's behind. Sorry, Debbie. Those poor workers. So it's kind of a quick run through of our shelter.
Nice.
We do have a new what is it called? A newsletter out. PAWS News came out.
Okay. Wow.
So
Check your mailbox.
yeah, and look for donations through that. Here's Noisy Boy again. So that's PAWS. Quick.
All right.
And there's our candy bowl.
And the candy dish. 815-299-PAWS, the telephone number for the PAWS Humane Society of Rockford. 815-299-7297. Visit the awesome website, pawshs.org. Pawshs.org.
And you don't need reservations for the Santa. Pictures with Santa is coming out 11 to 2. Whoops.
The Village
What's the
Green
cost? Is it like $10 or something?
$10.
$10.
It's a digital picture. So you don't get it right then, but they send you the link.
This is the last Saturday of November, guys. We're going to do, our next show is going to be December.
Wow, you're right.
Yikes. Wanted to share one more thing too from our friend Kevin McCarthy. This last week he sent this and I posted it on our Facebook page. A big scam warning. Winnebago County Board Office has been notified that a scam regarding non-payment of taxes has been circulating to a lot of residents of Winnebago County. If you get a letter in the mail, it's not an official letter from Winnebago County. This is believed to be an attempt to scam residents into paying fake tax debt. There's a bold heading claiming the notice is a distraint warrant. Distraint warrant. A toll-free number is listed on the letter, and you don't need to call this number. It's the only correspondence from Winnebago County regarding payment of taxes is the initial tax bill that goes out the beginning of May, and then the certified notice for any delinquent taxes that goes out at the end of September. That's it. And of course, the Treasurer's Office has a local 815 number. If you need to find out more, check out the WinnebagoTreasurer.com, their website. Call them directly at 815-319-4400. If you do get any similar requests by either mail or phone, please report it to the Winnebago County Sheriff's Office, their non-emergency phone number, please, and let them know you got one. But yeah, that's been circulating around, according to our friend Kevin McCarthy. So thanks for that heads up.
Do people know if they were behind on taxes, or is it just...
You probably would. You probably would have a rough idea that you were delinquent on your tax payment, although sometimes
you could say like a past.
It's the fear factor for a lot of people, though. They're afraid that they know something that I don't. It's like, oh my God, what did I miss? What did I miss? And then they just simply react because they don't want to go to jail, you know?
If you've changed lenders, if you've refinanced your home mortgage and your escrow account may be changed, there might be a little, blip in trying to reconnect your new escrow account with your property tax payment. I could see something like that possibly happening. But your lender's going to want to square that away. They want to make sure your taxes are paid on time too, because they have they have an interest in your property, so they're going to want to take care of that. So if you ever have any questions, WinnebagoTreasurer.com, call them directly. don't call some 800 number that you get in the mail and think that you're talking
Well,
to
that's
Winnebago.
true. That's true for the emails you get too.
Right.
I get a
I'm
lot of
getting this.
emails saying that I have a package they can't deliver, and I should call
Oh,
this
geez.
800 number.
I keep getting on my Google, my Gmail, I keep getting account storage is full. You might not be able to send or receive mail. To continue using Gmail, clean up space or get more storage. It's a scam. Get more storage. Okay, so what I did was I went through last Saturday, dated 8,000 emails. I had like 13,000. Now I'm down to 7,000, 6,000, something like that.
Don't
And
send, don't,
I'm
don't
still
send
getting,
Yeah.
what's that? What's
don't
that?
send Tom emails. He doesn't read them.
Oh, yeah. No, I get so many of them, and most of them are just garbage emails.
It's worse than junk mail.
Yeah.
If
If you have
someone,
a lot of stuff
I know.
on Google
No,
Drive,
and that's the point. Was what I did was I did about 7,000 or 8,000 emails, and I'm still getting that notice. It won't go away, and they want me to buy more space. Well, a buddy of mine who works in IT said it's a scam. It's not Google or Gmail telling you that. It's a scam. They want me to buy, 100 gigabytes of space. Well, I don't need it anyway. Take all my emails. I don't care. I'll just get a new email.
I got an
Start
email from Amazon that I was buying a boat,
Yeah.
and they wanted to check my credit card to make sure it could go through. And I called Amazon and said, did I what to do about it? He said, if you would have ordered a boat, we would have sent it to you. We don't care. We don't send you an email making sure you ordered it or not.
Yeah, no, it's such a blatant scam. And I had one the other day. It said your loan has been approved for 10,000 or something like that. I haven't asked for a $10,000 loan. So I just to play with them, I hit one, and then I got some guy with a foreign accent who says he lives in Omaha, and he says I just need the last four of your social security number. So I gave him four random numbers like 6835, and he hemmed and hawed. He goes, no, I don't think that's it. What is your last four? I don't know, 6835, and then he ended up hanging up on me. So which tells me that he had my four numbers in front of him. He wanted to confirm who it was. That's scary in itself that he knew that 6865 didn't work or whatever number I gave him. That was scary in itself.
a little bit goofy. Yeah, you got to be careful out there. You're going to get a lot of stuff in the mail, emails that are completely not legit. And I always warn people at closings that, when you buy a house, it's public record.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
you're going to get all kinds of junk mail. And one of those pieces of junk mail that pretty much everybody gets looks very official. But if you read the small print, it actually does tell you that it's not affiliated with your local city clerk's office. But they still get people every day. They get people to send them $80 or $100 to get a copy of their deed. And you don't need to do that. You're going to get a copy. You get a copy at closing, and you're going to get the original in usually about 5 to 6 weeks after closing. So
Wow.
it's one of those things where it's a scam, but it's not a scam because it is a service. They will actually send you a copy of your deed, but you don't need it. So they're doing what they say, but there's no purpose for it. And they're making probably, I don't know, $40 to $60 each time they get someone to fall for it. So they keep sending out those letters.
Wow.
Gotta be careful.
Well, don't be afraid to challenge it and make a phone call. Call your lender and say, hey, is this real? No, it's not. We're going to send you one.
Yeah. That's the way to go.
Yeah.
All right, let's do our big number of the week.
All right. Big.
In our current race to 10, Joann has been racing to catch back up. We're now at 8-7.
Yay.
Unbelievable.
I'm in trouble.
Unbelievable back.
Well, I'm tanking for a better draft choice next year.
We have a nice big number for you this week. The big number is 500 million. And our answer is soccer or Springfield. 500 million, soccer or Springfield is the guess. I want to get this ready. Okay, you ready for your answers? Here
Yeah.
we go. 3, 2, 1, give it to me.
Springfield.
Oh, they're going different directions again. Amazing. Amazing. All right. So one of you is going to get a point.
Hey,
One of you is going to be disappointed. So have either one of you been following the World Cup?
I watched a little bit of it yesterday, and I have 2 words. Boring.
Just USA and England played to a 0-0 tie yesterday.
Yeah, and USA Wales last week won 1 time.
Yeah.
Wow.
I watched
180 minutes of soccer, and there's been 2 scored.
I think I watched a total of about 9, maybe 8 seconds of it, and that was enough for me. I'm sorry. If I really have the time to sit and watch it, soccer is one of those games, kind of like hockey. It's just slower than hockey, where you learn how important the defense is and how they, defend the goal. That you got to kind of watch it that way because they don't score very many goals. You got to be a very defensively appreciative viewer, which we like football where there's lots of scoring and basketball where there's sometimes too much scoring. Soccer legend Cristiano Ronaldo made the big news this last week. He left his club, Manchester United, on Tuesday, yet he still became the first person to hit a milestone on Instagram for followers this week. There's only one account that has more followers than Cristiano Ronaldo. That's the actual Instagram account, the account that forces everyone to watch its stories. Cristiano Ronaldo now has 500 million Instagram followers.
Wow.
Which means Tom and Joann are tied at 8 in our race to 10.
yay.
Absolutely amazing.
I came from a really,
You were way down there.
that was, Tom's got to work hard.
Did you know how many Springfields there are in the United States?
Not
37.
500 million.
There's like 40 of them. Here's a map of how you could travel the United States and visit every single
It's kind
Springfield
of cool.
in the U.S. You want a road trip idea? I want to do Route 66, but maybe after Route 66, we hop on the Visit Every Springfield tour.
It's funny that there's none in is that Southwest?
There's not very many out there. There's one in California. There's one in Oregon, one in California, or maybe 2 in California. There's like 6 in the state of Wisconsin alone.
Wow.
Huh.
No joke. There's like 5 Springfields and 1 Springfield Valley or Springfield something or other. It's 2 Springfield Plains. I forget. Yeah.
Going by.
There's a lot of Springfields. Road trip idea. Hit all the Springfields across the country, and that will take you all summer to do. So,
I wanted to say one more thing.
yes.
I wanted to tell Tom that I did watch football on Thanksgiving Day.
Oh, good for you. Did you enjoy it?
Yes, I watched the Dallas Cowboys.
I was so disappointed with that game. The Buffalo-Detroit game, I was really disappointed. I had no horse in the race. I didn't care. But Detroit absolutely gave the game away. They gave the game away. They should have went into overtime. They had 50. What's that?
That was the point that I watched football. I thought you
No,
were
I know.
proud of me.
I know. I am. I am very proud of you. Now you got a good game to watch tomorrow. Green Bay, Philadelphia. Since you're now
Okay.
a new football expert, what is your take on it? Who do you think's going
I
to win?
don't like the scores.
Okay. Green Bay is
Some
probably going to
teams gonna-
lose.
some team is going to lose. Tom's going to get rankled.
27-13, Philly.
Yeah, it's going to be. Aaron Rodgers has a broken thumb, and yet he's out there playing football.
And you know what? That's the height of selfishness. I'm going to be out there so I can still pad my stats and get all the glory and whatever. I don't want Jordan Love to get any significant time. That is the height of selfishness. Please boot him. Get rid of him. I'm sorry. I don't like that ayahuasca drinking, California hippie, egomaniacal NFL crybaby. I do not.
Don't you let it up, Tom, Greg?
Tom is done with Aaron Rodgers.
I really am.
He's done.
I mean, if he comes back next year with a thumb and all that and has a great season, great. I'll love him again. He's selfish. He's inconsiderate. And he's got his palms up in the air every time a ball goes over, flies over the head of Alan Lazard. But that was your fault, not his.
Yeah.
He's not 9 feet tall. He's 6 feet tall. Throw the ball a little lower. Anyway.
It's amazing that they lost. It still amazes me how they lost to the Lions. That was.
Well, the Giants, the Jets, the the Commanders, and the Lions. I mean, those are 4 games they should have won. Yeah. And I don't mean because, well, I think they're better than them. No, they should have won the games. They are better than them, but 3 of those games they frittered away. They should have won those games. How you lose to the Lions? The Lions are so poorly coached, it isn't even funny. The Lions gave away that Bills game. They gave away the Vikings game earlier on in the year. They were lucky to win the Bear game. The Bears gave that one away.
Yeah.
A lot of bad football going on right now.
The Eagles lost to the Commanders, so that gives a team like the Packers some hope.
Yeah.
Like, hey.
Yeah, no, it's any given time. Look at the Packers beat up on Dallas, and they beat them. They didn't just win the game, they beat them. I mean, they beat them in all facets of the game. And then Dallas goes out and beats the Bears 40-3. No. Dallas beat Minnesota 40-3. 40-3. That's what I was saying. The Packers got beat up by the Vikings, and then they beat up Dallas, and then Dallas beats the Vikings 40-3. That's that topsy-turvy thing that's just
so much parity in the NFL. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It is a lot of fun. Well, hey, friends. You have a great week. Remember, you change the world when you help one person. Be a blessing to someone this week, and we'll try to do the same. Meet you back here in December for a Saturday morning Stateline show. What do you say?
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho. Roll on state, everybody. Have a great day.
All right, let's go.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.